Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we're going to be testing the Zoekim shell holder set for the Lee hand prime tool. It doesn't particularly say Lee. I have a Lee and an RCBS tool here. We'll test it on both of them, see how it fits. This is a set of 11 and contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 19. I'm not sure what that's at, but let's get it open. Doesn't come with a box, just comes in this little plastic clamshell case. And I can't imagine that doesn't cover pretty much every cartridge most of us would want to be doing. Certainly covers all the ones that I want to do, from 17 Hornet all the way up to 50 Smith 500 Smith & Wesson, and I don't even have either of those. What I have is some of the more popular cases. I got a 7.62 by 51 or 308. I got an 0.6 case, 30-30 Winchester. There's 10mm auto, which is also 40 caliber. Here's a 9mm Luger. Here's a 5.56 or 223. Here is a 357 Magnum, which would also be 38 Special. And here's a 44 Magnum case, which would also fit 44 Special. I think there's another one that fits too, can't remember. Anyway, I'm going to get them lined up here so that you guys aren't watching me fiddling around, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got some shell cases and even in a couple instances loaded rounds. I have separated out numbers 8, 9, and 10 because I do not have anything empty or loaded that fits in 8, 9, and 10. 8 seems like it fits 348 Winchester, 33 Winchester, 4082 Winchester, and 4570 Government. I do not have that. 9 says it fits, where did I see 9 at? 9 fits, do I remember right that 9 only fits one thing in here? And it might, yeah, 9 fits 41 Magnum. I have never owned a 41 Magnum and have nothing to test in that. And 10 fits a couple other things, 220 Swift, 225 Winchester, again, things I've never had. So for the things I do have, and some of these shell holders fit 4 or 5 different cartridges, and I may only have one to try in it. And sometimes the ones they fit are kind of, you know, not all the same, so it'll be sloppy in one and loose and tight in another. Remember, this is a prime tool, not a press. So if it's a little bit sloppy, it's not that big of a deal. You don't want it to be too sloppy, but a little bit doesn't hurt. So first things, let's find out. Let's see if these actually fit into the tool itself. And I've tested them and I know it does, so I'm just going to show you. They just slide in like that, and I hope the camera's focusing. You let that up, that plastic piece fits in the center of the shell holder, and then you just squeeze like that, and I've tested them, they do all fit. So that part is out of the way. On the next thing, let's start with number 1. And I'm going to try and hope that these will focus for me. And here's number 1. Number 1 fits 38 Special, 357 Magnum, and that's what we have here. And it slides in and out nicely, and it is fairly snug. Number 2, one of the things it fits is, focus camera, 308 Winchester, and I hope it's focusing. Here is a Remington Peters 308 case, and it does fit in it quite nicely, and there's a little slop, but certainly nothing that I would consider to be excessive. Moving on to number 3. Number 3 is where I ran into my first problem. Number 3 says it fits 30-30. What else does it say it fit? Oh, by the way, I have an actual Lee set of these shell holders, but I cannot find them to compare them with. I looked all over. I got a lot of reloading stuff, but they appear to have either gone into hiding, too good for me to find, or it's possibly I loaned them to a buddy of mine who moved away, and I've still got some of his stuff and he's still got some of mine, so that could be where they are. But number 3, this is the Lee list. Number 3 fits 25-35, 6.5 by 55 Mauser, 7.5 millimeter Schmidt Rubin, 7.62 by 53. 30 Harriet, 30-30 Winchester. And is there any 32-40 Winchester? It fits quite a few of them. 375 Winchester, 38-55. You get the idea. It fits a lot. They're going to be different enough that it doesn't fit them perfectly. Oh, by the way, this is the Lee list. This is the list that came with the Lee Auto Prime tool. This is the list Zoekim provided. I compared them. They're identical. I even looked up Lee's website to their list, and I've compared them. All three are identical. The only one of those cartridges I have is 30-30 Winchester. And so let's get it out of here. This is number 3. I hope that's focusing. But anyway, the number 3 shell holder. This is a Frontier 30-30 Winchester case, and it will not go in. It will not go in. And the problem isn't the width, the problem is the thickness of the rim. It will not go in. Here is a 30-30 Norma case, and this one's deprimed. I looked for a deprimed case because I wanted to make absolutely sure the primer wasn't the issue. And while this one goes a little bit further, it will not go in either. Hope that's focusing well enough for you to see. I have a tough time seeing it. The camera screen from where I'm at, it will not go in. I also have a Federal cartridge 30-30 Winchester, and it will also not go in. And I got one more sitting here. Let's try it for sport and amusement. This is a Remington Peters 30-30 Winchester case. Factory primer in it still, and it will also not go in. So I don't know what this fits, this number 3. I wish I had the Lee one here to test too. I have a feeling the Lee one would fit, but you know what, 30-30 is one of those cases I've never hand primed. I pretty much only hand primed, you know, 308 and a couple other target rounds I used. Everything else just got primed on the press. But that won't fit 30-30, and it says it should. Moving right along, this is the number 4. And the number 4, among others, says it will fit 223 Remington, 5.56 NATO, and it does. It is a little on the sloppy side, but again, this is a priming tool, not anything else. Also says it fits 380 ACP. Here is a Winchester 380 auto case, and it does fit that too, and it's a little sloppy too, but you know, big deal, it doesn't matter for this. Moving on, after 4, we should have a number 5. Number 5 says it fits, among other things, 303 British. And if I can get the camera to focus here a little bit, you'll see this is a Remington Peters 303 British round. Unfortunately, it's another one I don't load for, and it does fit, although it is nice and snug. So whatever else this goes for, if it's any bigger than 303, it probably won't go in. Anyway, it does fit 303. Here is number 7. Number 7 says it fits, among other things, 32 ACP. I do not load 32 ACP, but we do have a couple of pistols in the house, so I do have a loaded round. It is a Federal cartridge, 32 ACP, and it does fit it, although if this were a press, I wouldn't be very happy with that fit, but it's a shell. It's a priming tool. It's not a big deal. Next, I have the number 11. Now, the number 11 says it fits 44 Special, 44 Magnum, among other things. I have a PMC 44 Magnum case, and it does fit in nicely and is nice and snug. Good fit. Last on the list is number 19. Now, number 19, again, says it fits a bunch of stuff. Among them, I mean, it fits probably 5, 6, 7 different cartridges, but among them, it says 9mm. You can see number 19, it fits 9mm and 40 Smith & Wesson and 10mm auto. So I got a 9mm case sitting here. Where'd it go? Here's my 9mm. Whoops, just about through that one. This is a GFL 9mm case, and it fits in quite nicely without too much slop. In fact, hardly without any slop at all. Very nice fit for 9mm. And I have here a factory loaded Spear 40 Smith & Wesson. This was actually some police overrun ammo I bought a number of years ago. I don't shoot much 40. I don't reload for 40. And unfortunately, that 40 will not go in. It is too tight. I have some 10mm cases because I do reload 10mm. This one is a Remington Peters nickel-plated 10mm case, and it will also not go in, which is no surprise. The case is the same, the case head anyway. The base is the same for 40 as it is for 10mm as far as the outside is concerned. Here is a brass double tap 10mm case. It will also not fit in. Here is a Federal cartridge brass 10mm case. It will also not fit in. And here is a nickel Remington Peter case. That's the first one I had, isn't it? Where was the last one? Was the last one Federal? I don't know. It doesn't matter. None of the 10mm 40 cases will go in there. So I'm sure that fits a lot of things. It fits, but if you're going to make a shell holder fit 6 different cartridges, it's going to have to be sloppy for some and tight for the others. And it looks like Zoekim may have missed on that measurement just slightly with some of these. Anyway, I wish I had the Lee one here to check it, but I searched for a couple days and I just cannot find it. So there you have it, the Zoekim shell holder for the Lee priming tool. It does not fit the RCBS tool. The RCBS tool uses standard RCBS shell holders, which are the same ones that fit on their presses. Anyway, Zoekim, if you're watching this, I think you need to adjust your machines just slightly. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.